Okay, we're going to take another look at interactive objects or items within InDesign. Today it's going to be video and audio. To place a video file, it's really easy. We place it just like we would a text or graphic. We go under File, we go to Place. We locate an MP4 file. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out the approximate size I wanted here. And notice I'm really at this point concerned more about the width than I am the height. And then when I let up, it actually will fit the video in there. Now if you draw it some weird size like this when you initially drew it, it will put this extra space around it. And if that happens, just double click on one of the handles and it will collapse the bounding box around that. To work with a video, we're going to go under Window, we're going to go to Interactive, and we're going to go down to Media. It knows it's a video file, so over here in the media area we have a preview, we have a speaker icon to mute and turn on audio, we have a play button, and we have a scrub bar. So let's play this.
I'm here on Capitol Hill during our legislative conference, where we have over 2,000 members from electric cooperatives across the country.
Okay, I'm going to pause that. So that's the way the video is going to play at this point in time. So if I want to check this, I can come down here to the lower right corner like we've done in other tutorials and click on the preview spread for EPUB. I'm going to click here, I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to play. Now notice it doesn't automatically start playing, but it does give me the controls of play, time, where you're at, the complete duration, a scrub bar, a mute button, and a volume button. So let's play this.
I'm here on Capitol Hill during our legislative conference, where we have...
So I can click on the speaker icon, that will instantly mute it. Also, I have, again, a pause button if I come back and hover over it. And I also have this little scrub bar. Now you might want to keep that in mind, because if you have a 3 or 4 minute video and you want someone to go to a specific place, you could note that in the caption below it and say, you could drag the scrub bar to 58 seconds and that's when the speaker will talk about this. So you could put those notations down in here. I'm going to click it back on here and play it.
Grants such as emergency grants from FEMA or broadband grants. Finally,
Also, notice that when I come back and put my mouse over it, the skin or the controls for the video playback appear. So I'm going to pause this and I'm actually going to close out of my preview. Okay, now here's a couple other options over here. Play on page load. So if I check this, and when someone is watching this and going through the digital version of this page and they hit this page, this video will automatically play. So it should be, if I preview this, it should automatically kick in. Clear, play. And sure enough, it starts to play here immediately on the page load.
I'm here on Capitol Hill during our legislative conference, where we have over 2,000 members from electric cooperatives.
Let me pause that. So keep that in mind. I probably would not use that in most cases. I don't want the video to play until somebody requests that. So I would uncheck that. Down here it says loop. Do you want to play the video over and over and over again? Nope, I don't want to do that. Now down here is a curious thing. It says poster frame from current view. This takes the first frame of this video, and this is what they would see on their digital publication. Just this black screen. The video was edited together, having a fade up from black. So that's the way most professional videos are done. We would like to do something else, so we'd like to have a different poster, quote unquote, frame show up until they click on it. So what you can do is you can click on this drop down arrow. You can pick standard. Let's see what this does. It just looks like that. That's not what I want. Next one is from the current frame. Now what I can do here is I can play this, I can drag the scrub bar around. I guess I
Protect
actually
the
have to
tax-exempt
play.
status of cooperatives when they receive grants.
And let me play this here just for a second.
I'm here on Capitol Hill during our legislative conference, where we have over...
Boom. So now I can use this as the frame to be the visual frame here to let you know there's a video here. It's still going to start from the first frame of black. I'm going to click this little recycling area, and that will update the poster frame here. Notice it a lower third title of Jim is here. When I click this, this is going to update that. So this is the actual frame or visual indicator that they would see if you use this method. Another method you could use if you have a standard graphic that you want to have on the beginning of all your videos, you could also save that out. You'd have to make sure it's the same height and width as the video. Probably the easiest and the best way is to pick from current frame, click the recycling or update arrow, and that's what this would be. So now if we go ahead and preview this, remember we have to clear first, and then play, it's going to show the poster frame here that we picked. It's still going to, when we click play, it's still going to start from the beginning.
I'm here on Capitol Hill during our
And again, that is because this video starts from black. That's why we wanted to pick a different poster frame to show up initially. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting long videos in here. It just makes too big of a document, too big of a download. I think if you have up to maybe 3 minutes of a video individually, I think that's fine. If you're going to have something longer than that, this is probably not the place to do it. But a short form video may come up here and work well for you. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click off of this and I'm going to bring in an audio file. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go File, I'm going to go Place, I'm going to find an MP3 file. This is actually a podcast from a company. And I'm going to take my little icon here and I'm going to draw out, we'll say, this size of a shape. Now, over here in the media panel, it recognizes this as just an audio file. So if I click here on the play.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Along Those Lines.
So we have that capability. We also have the same capability of play on page load. So I wouldn't turn that on either. I would have it so when the viewer hits the page, have them make the decision whether you want to play or not play. There's also a command here called Stop on Page Turn. If you turn this on and then they click to go to another page, the audio will stop. Now, the tricky thing is if you don't turn this on and you go to a different page, if that audio clip isn't done playing, it's still going to play. You could also make it loop. Now, on that note here, a loop for an audio file means that you may want to have a music bed or background music play throughout the whole time they're reading this document or whatever. So you could put this on loop. Nah, I wouldn't do it. The reason is it's just going to be kind of a disturbance or a background noise as you're trying to read a document. It's okay for maybe the first 15-20 seconds, but boom, after that, it gets to be kind of annoying. Now down here, there is the ability to add a poster. Now there's no visual to an audio file, but I can come down here and pick Standard, and that will put this speaker icon in here. And that should be a clue to them or those who are viewing this that there is an audio file here to play. So let's take a look at this and see what controls we have here. So I'm going to come to the lower left corner, I'm going to clear, I'm going to play, and I'm going to see what I have here. Now this is what they're going to see. So really, it fooled me. I thought they were going to put an icon of an audio speaker here, but it's not there. Now, is this a scrub or a volume?
No longer.
I should have. Your lightning play kick.
So this is a little scrub bar. Now, I'm going to think about this. This is kind of small, so let me close the preview. Can I go back over here and go Shift Control or Shift Command and resize this to a little wider? Now let's preview it. Let's clear. Let's check it. Now you see this is much larger. So that might be something you would consider if you're going to have an audio file, is to make the width so they can actually see the controls and handle the controls for that audio file. So we do have some ability here to put in audio files and video files into here. Again, these audio files, this podcast is probably 30 minutes long, but it is a sound file, so it doesn't take up as much space as a video file being the same length. I just wanted to let you know that there are abilities to bring in video and or audio files into your documents if you would like. Okay, hope that helps, and we'll talk again on another topic.